Hello YouTube, welcome back to Thinky Dailies Season 3 Puzzle 50, The Yowls Get Closer, an Ice Walk Path Arrows by Martin Ender. So a variation on Ice Walk Path, okay? A yowl so loud and so close seems to shake the entire mountain. Oh no! The Mentor. Our pal must find them before the shape does. It's assuming the Mentor isn't the one doing the yowling, but okay. Draw a path from entrance to exit that passes through every number and arrow clue. Blue cells are ice. The path cannot turn on ice but may cross itself. Numbers indicate the length of the non-ice section of the path they are on. Arrows point along the path toward the exit. Right. So let's do that. So this, for example, couldn't go down because it would hit this arrow and then be going the wrong way. So from this 2, oh, that arrow is useful because it goes all the way through like that, which is interesting. This 2 could go down here, up here and down here. I mean, that maybe has to. So I'm going to have to come in from here, down that way. This somehow has to get round to there, or this has to get round to there. Both of which look tricky. Okay, this coming in, we have to come to the 3. We could go left and round in a loop here. If we came left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doesn't work because then we'd have to go straight back into the ice. Oh, so many possibilities and not at all obvious where things are going to go. Just that's a very interesting one, although it could come up, I suppose, could come from here, up, down, up, across, down, and so on. From the 6, yeah, if we came out sort of here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Too many possibilities. These can't join. Okay, let's see what the hints tell me. This is a tough puzzle. We don't want to get stuck on overlooking easy steps, so we can focus on figuring out the harder ones. To help with that, let's start by placing cross marks wherever the path can never enter or exit the ice. When ice touches the edge of the grid, look for the opposite side of this ice path. Yeah, there's that one. I guess there's all of those. There's that one, can't go out there. That can't go that way. That one, it can't go in. Can't go up there. can't go up there, can't go in there, can't go in there or there. Yeah. The path cannot enter the ice here since it cannot turn. I count 13 cross marks can be placed this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've missed one. And one there, 13. Now the freebies. The path passes through every arrow, so we can draw in those path segments. We can also extend the path segment on ice as well as the entrance until they are no longer on ice. Yep. Note that the orientation of the path matters now because all arrows point towards the exit. It means each path segment we draw has a front and a rear end. If there's an arrow clue on the segment, or the segment is already connected to the entrance or exit, we already know which end is which. The important part is we can never connect two front ends or two rear ends to each other. For example, two of the path ends in the middle cannot connect to each other, so you can place a cross mark between them. Yeah. And in fact, both ends of those can get cross marks between them. Can you use this anywhere else? I think just on those bits, because I can go through there. That one could come around that way. Can't come. This one can't come through here and down. This one could go up and then across there, for example. The other spot's a little sneakier. The two parallel arrows in the left hand of the grid has ice. The ice cannot be crossed. Yeah. Let's start looking at the number clues. Can you determine where the 3 clue at the top of the grid re-enters the ice? So it can go to and down, can't go to and up. So that is forced. There seem to be 3 options, but 2 don't work. Go down and right, but there's a cross mark. Yeah. Oh, could be gone straight down, but straight down, we can't go in here. We can come out of here. We can't go in. The straight path segment we drawn through the 4th column go straight down all the way, but after it has to be 3, go straight left. Yeah, straight path segment we've drawn through the 4th column, which is that one, lies a cross mark between rows 2 and 3, which implies that can't go up, so that has to go right. Similarly, the path going through the cell with that 3 clue creates a cross mark at the right end of the 2nd. Yeah, so we can't go in there. We now get a very useful cascade of cross marks between incompatible path ends, but the start of it might be easy to miss. Look for the middle column. Okay, that cannot go down, means that one cannot go up. And if that cannot go up, this has to go right. Now it cannot go up, so it has to go down. and then it's have to go, did I say right? Have to go left again. Okay, that's going to have to go straight through. Can't go into the 3 because then it only takes either 2 or 4 spaces. So that means we're going vertically through the 3. We can't go onto there. So we have to come up around that bit. Right. This now is forced down to the exit. And why did I have an X on that? Because that can indeed just do that. And I think has to do that. This has to join onto something, but it could go up. Path ends above and below the ice path in the centre of the middle column are both front ends, so they can't connect. Start the cascade by extending the lower path to the left. Okay, I did that. Whether I did enough of it, I don't know. This can't go down because it's going the wrong way, so it has to go left. We could come up and into that. So the 6 is running short on places it can actually connect, but I don't think we've run out yet. We just can't connect this straight like that because it would miss out most of the rest of the board. Well, we can't now go into this block of ice at all. So this has to go up at some point. This should have led to a path segment connecting to the exit of the grid, which lets you resolve the 2 glue. No independent progress on the left and right halves of the grid, but we'll need both to finish the puzzle. Let's start on the left. The 3 and 5 clue there don't have a lot of room. In fact, there's exactly 8 cells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We include the 2 cells with the arrow in row 6. Yeah. So we need to use all of these cells, and there's only one way to do so. Which I think is that. And that's going to have to join across there. This, hang on a second, what have I done there? That definitely doesn't work. That works. Okay. So this going across here means we're heading towards the exit that way. these can't join. That going to there would be fine, like that. But that doesn't leave me with, is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and down there. And then that's the solution. Oh, that was tricky. Our hero spots the mentor in another cave, but the shape is beside her, looming and opening its maw. Right. Thank you very much for watching. Let's just look at the rest of the clues, since I was working through hints. The bottom right corner simply resolves by making sure not to run one of the path ends into an already completed part of the path. For the 3 clue in the top left, you probably determined where one end enters the ice, but for deciding the other, make sure not to close a loop. Yeah, which is what almost got me out. It was, hang on, I've got a loop there. Time to focus on the right side. There should be path ends to the left and below the 3 clue, which leaves it with only one option to cover exactly 3 cells. Just struggling to see why, since the paths we go into the south and above, below or the left, and just consider each possible pair of these 3 options. When this path segment exits the ice on the other side in the top right corner, it's quite far away from its arrow, but notice it's still the rear end of the segment, so it cannot connect directly to the arrow in the 3rd row. Yeah. 2 equivalent ways to finish the puzzle. Either we avoid forming a loop in the bottom half of the grid, or we avoid connecting the entrance to the exit without picking up all the loose path segments first. It's a bit sneaky, but the path ends in rows 3 and 4 of the middle column. Connect to the entrance and exit respectively. So yeah, that one was going to the exit, that one. Yeah, if we ensure they don't connect to each other, that was why I stuck an X in. I think it was there between these 2 segments, because they couldn't connect. Yeah, repeat. Okay, I do not think I would have got there in any decent amount of time without using those hints. That was definitely quite hard. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back again tomorrow.